Welcome to another AS Abloy Academy webinar. Today's webinar is going to be on Corbin Russwin's ML2000 series, the product's features and benefits, and it's an overview of it. My name is Russell Corriveau, and I will be your lead instructor today. This session should last about 45 minutes. During this session, your lines will be muted. However, you can use the question and answer icon to submit questions as we go along. We will reserve time at the end for your questions. This session is being recorded and will be available for viewing within 24 hours at AS Abloy Academy's website. Also within 24 hours, you will receive an email showing your proof of attendance that can be submitted to your employer or one of the industry association partners such as DHI or ALOA for CEU credits in lieu of a certificate of completion. In addition, AS Abloy Academy has over 50 online courses that are all available at no cost and no charge. Just to get started, just simply join the Academy and start learning at your own pace. So let's start talking about Corbin Russwin. This is the Corbin Russwin facility in Berlin, Connecticut. I always think it's a good idea to show where the products are made. This is a view of the inside of it, a nice panoramic view of the inside of the Corbin Russwin factory. It's been around for a long time. It was founded in 1839. And there's a nice overhead view of the entire facility. Here's a nice little video on it.
For more than 175 years, Corbin Russwin has been a premier manufacturer of architectural hardware, providing high-quality, durable solutions for even the most demanding applications. Our industry-leading portfolio includes a wide range of lock sets, exit devices, door closers, decorative hardware, advanced key systems, and electronic access control solutions. And many of them are purpose-built for specific environments. Our T-zone board lock, the CL3100 series, can withstand up to 3,000 inch-pounds of torque and far exceeds Grade 1 requirements. The Secure Bolt, a unique exit device featuring an oversized square deadbolt, resists static load forces and prevents unauthorized entry. And our innovative electronic access control solutions combine physical security with access control in a wide range of technologies, from standalone to wired to wireless installations. The Corbin Russwin culture of product innovation combines with a high-tech manufacturing environment to produce reliable, durable products. Advanced manufacturing equipment like sophisticated robotics and automation technologies work alongside a skilled workforce to make Corbin Russwin the industry's premier production facility. And not only is our facility high-tech, it is gone green. Corbin Russwin is committed to providing products that are environmentally sound throughout the production process and the product lifecycle. Our facility is Green Circle ISO 14001, 2004, and ISO 9001, 2008 certified, and certain products are UL certified for reduced environmental impact. And recently installed a 4-acre renewable energy solar array to help offset the plant's energy use. ASA Abloy Door Security Solutions, our talented network of professional sales representatives, provides a wealth of knowledge about Corbin Russwin products. Customer and user services include specification writing, site surveys, product troubleshooting, and the development of key systems, all backed by a dedicated and responsive internal service organization, delivering the product and customer support you need to win and secure any project. Innovative, high-performance products, advanced manufacturing, responsive support, and a commitment to the environment. Corbin Russwin is your first choice for premium architectural hardware solutions.
You might find this surprising, but the entire Corbin Russwin factory continued to operate during this entire pandemic. Of course, the workers were all wearing masks and they kept them very secluded, but the factory did continue to work and it never shut down through the entire pandemic we're in right now. So let's take a look at some of the features and benefits of the ML2000 series. So with Corbin Russwin, it's called out ML specifies mortise lock. The 2000 series is going to specify, the 20 is going to specify the 2000 series, and the last two digits always specify the function. In this case here, a 55 function is a classroom function. Another good thing to know is that the last two digits, on top of determining the function, the last digit indicates how many cylinders the product has. So if the last digit is a 0, it's going to have 0 cylinders. If it's an odd number, it's going to have 1 cylinders. And if it has a 2 on it, that means it has 2 cylinders. And that's how they do it. So it's a nice, simple way of figuring out how many cylinders you need based on the function of your lock. And there's only one exception to this, and that's the ML2087. But here are some of the most common functions. The passage function is a 10 function. The privacy or bathroom function is a 20 or a 30 function, depending on whether you want a deadbolt or not. You also have an entry function, classroom security, and notice the two there. That means it's a double cylinder function. And then you have a storeroom function and an additional classroom security function with a deadbolt. So they offer a full variety of functions, and this is only a very few of them. When it comes to electrified locks, they do make it easy to identify. Anytime you see a 9 between the series and the function, that means it's electrified. So anytime you find an additional digit in there, and normally for a standard mechanical product, it will be a 9 for either fail-safe or fail-secure products. If you ever order any of the NAC locks, which is a fully loaded electrified lock, then it will have a 6 in there. So it's either going to have a 6 or a 9, but anytime you see a 5-digit number there, that means it's electrified. Here's a little bit more on the ML2000 series mortise lock.
A staple in offices, schools, and hospitals. The Corbin Russwin ML2000 series is an ANSI BHMA Grade 1 mortise lock designed to withstand abusive, high-traffic commercial, institutional, industrial, and government applications. Heavy-duty components, precision-engineered spring design for optimized user experience, and positive, secure latching ensure the ML2000 series operates reliably day in and day out to provide safe and secure openings. Direct drive performance, a key feature of the ML2000 series, optimizes lever operation with consistent torque and force throughout the lever rotation and ensures smooth, crisp lever response. Available with a full range of functions, lever and trim styles and finishes, the Corbin Russwin ML2000 series mortise lock is the ideal choice for reliable operation, unmatched durability, and peace of mind.
Corbin Russwin ML2000 is operational grade 1. And when it comes to mortise locks, there's actually 2 gradings, operational grade and security grade. It's operational grade 1, and it is also security grade 1. This lock is backed by a 10-year mechanical warranty. 10 years is a long time, so a 10-year mechanical warranty on it. A really other nice feature about it, they've actually incorporated some really nice new electrified features into this. And it's called our Ecoflex technology with ASSA ABLOY. So anytime you hear the term Ecoflex, normally what that's going to mean for ASSA ABLOY companies is that it's very, very energy efficient, that it will usually operate on either 12 or 24 volts out of the box. And it's usually fail selectable between fail-safe and fail-secure, which is some really nice options. Let's learn a little bit more about this.
Are you looking to make your building more energy efficient? Today, increasing numbers of architects and designers are taking steps to make their buildings more progressive. At ASSA ABLOY, we are committed to helping reduce environmental impacts through smarter products and advanced production methods. Our Ecoflex technology is a revolutionary innovation for electrified door opening components, such as mortise locks and exit devices. It provides users with solutions that are both energy efficient and secure. Ecoflex's progressive technology is third-party certified by Green Circle. Traditional electrified door solutions use a device called a solenoid, which pulls more energy than needed to lock or open a door. Would you take all of the energy from New York City to power your home? So why use more energy than needed to lock or open your door? With its power-saving design, Ecoflex technology lowers energy consumption by up to 96% versus older solenoid technology. Whether it's for a healthcare, education, commercial, hospitality, or retail building, ASSA ABLOY's Ecoflex technology is always the right fit.
As they mentioned in the video, it is third-party verified through Green Circle, which is a third party, and they verify products like this. The gentleman who developed the Ecoflex lock is going to tell us a little bit more about the lock now. And welcome, Scott Lauder.
Hi, my name is Scott Louder, and I'm a product manager at Assa Abloy in New Haven, Connecticut. And today I'm going to demonstrate for you the new Ecoflex mortise locks that have been developed and released by Sargent and Corbin Russwin. This kit will also be demonstrated. This kit has a variable DC power supply that goes from 0 to 30 volts. The kit has a previous generation traditional solenoid lock, and it also has the equivalent Ecoflex mortise lock. Looking at a traditional solenoid lock, there's many limitations, and those limitations are not only known, but they're accepted in the industry. Those limitations include the fact that they have to be ordered as 12 volt or 24 volt, fail-safe or fail-secure. If they're specified, ordered, manufactured, shipped, installed, or otherwise in the wrong configuration, the lock would have to be replaced. Additionally, traditional solenoids, this particular one is configured for fail-safe operation at 12 volts. They draw a significant amount of energy. So at 12 volts, this lock is consuming about 350 milliamps of energy continuous. That also causes solenoids to get warm and causes hot levers, but also that heat slowly degrades solenoids in their application. If I took this 12 volt solenoid and I installed it in the real world where I have a battery backup or something else occurring in the system that causes the voltage to be raised, notice how it affects the current draw as well. Again, heating the solenoid more, utilizing more energy, and eventually breaking down that lock quicker. So we're going to introduce the new Ecoflex mortise lock, which is located over here. As I flip this switch, you'll notice that this lock returns to a fail-safe application, and this one, which is fail-safe, will lock when powered. But most importantly, take a look at the current draw difference between a traditional solenoid and the new Ecoflex at the exact same voltage. The Ecoflex lock is consuming just about 15 milliamps of energy versus over 350 milliamps for a traditional solenoid. So just within Sargent products, previous generation and new generation, we're looking at over a 96% energy improvement from the traditional design to the new Ecoflex design. As I mentioned, this design is currently configured for fail-safe operation, and it's operating at approximately 12 volts. If I turn the voltage up on an Ecoflex lock, though, it will run, and as you can see, consume the same amount of current, whether it's at 12 volts, 24 volts, or even beyond. Just about 30 volts now. The Ecoflex lock is designed to operate at any voltage from 12 to 24, but the real world is beyond that. So it will actually function from 10 to 30 volts. This improves the reliability of any installation, but also if the wrong voltage was specified, the Ecoflex lock can very quickly accommodate that. The next neat thing to show you is the fact that it's not only voltage insensitive, but the new Ecoflex lock also can be very quickly field configured between fail-safe and fail-secure operation, or vice versa. With the use of a pen, not a screwdriver, not voiding our UL or voiding our warranty, you could take a pen and you could change the configuration of this lock very quickly from fail-safe to fail-secure, just by flipping a dip switch, which is located on the bottom surface of the lock. Cycling power one time, this lock has now changed its configuration from fail-safe to fail-secure. And as you see, if I apply power, it will unlock, and if I remove power, it will relock. So in quick summary, the Ecoflex lock is much more efficient than a traditional solenoid lock. As I said, approximately 96% more efficient. It also, though, gets rid of the issues associated with traditional solenoids, namely the fact that they must be ordered as fail-safe, fail-secure, 12 volt or 24 volt. Thank you very much for this opportunity to introduce the new Ecoflex mortise lock to you today.
As Scott mentioned in the video, it's very energy efficient. It only has a peak current draw of a half an amp and 0.015 amps to hold it, so it's very green. If you had a stairwell where you had fail-safe locks in it and with 5 doors, and you want to keep these locks all the time until someone pulls a fire alarm. So that means you have electricity going to these locks 24 hours a day. With just 5 doors, you would be using about 30 watts of electricity. If these locks, solenoid operated locks, were replaced with the ML2000 series, it would drop it from 30 watts of electricity to less than 1 watt of electricity. So it's a very energy efficient. Because a typical solenoid uses about 6 watts of electricity. The Ecoflex only uses 0.18 watts of electricity, only 4% of what a typical solenoid does. And it's fully functional on 12 or 24 volts right out of the box. So it has a full operational range of 10 to 30 volts. And it is field selectable between fail-safe and fail-secure. You are always going to be ordering it as fail-safe or fail-secure, but you can change it in the field. Here, I'm just going to show you what it looks like underneath the cover, but this is accessible with the cover on. So this is where it is. This is at the very top of the lock body. So this component here that we're showing you is at the very top of the lock body. And this switch here is this switch here. Let's take a closer look at that. And there it is. So just moving this switch from this side to this side is all you need to do to change it from fail-safe to fail-secure. Don't forget, you will always receive exactly what you order. We're not trying to give anyone additional work. We just want to give you options if the wrong product was ordered. Keep in mind, most of the time you are going to be using fail-secure locks. Okay. Request to exit switches. One nice thing with Corbin Russwin, first off, it's specified as an M92 request to exit switches. And with Corbin Russwin, they're actually monitoring both the inside lever and the outside lever. So you actually have 6 wires coming out of the lock body, which gives you a lot of options. You can monitor just the inside lever, which is your standard request to exit switch, or you can actually monitor both the inside and outside lever if you choose to. They also offer latch bolt monitoring. Latch bolt monitoring is specified as an M91. So if you ever want to monitor the position of the latch bolt, they also offer that. They also offer a door position switch. This door position switch, the way this operates is that the latch bolt and the dead latch are monitored in series to ensure that the door is closed and latched. So this is going to make sure that the latch bolt is extended and the guard bolt is pushed in to make sure the door is closed and latched. This is specified as an M105 designation. Next, we're going to take a look at access control systems because they've made some nice advantages in the access control world, and that's what we're going to touch on next. Okay. So in a typical access control system, basically you have a panel, and the panel is what's controlling your access control system. The panel is going to put out current. It's going to go through a door position switch and back to the panel if the door is closed, completing the complete circuit. So when you have a complete circuit made here, as shown here, that's telling you the door is in the closed position. Okay, when the door is open, the panel is, once again, is putting out electricity, but since the door is open, it's an incomplete circuit. So at this point, the panel is telling us, hey, your door is open because it's an incomplete circuit. This works fine until you have an issue. For example, if someone wants to mess with your system and they short circuit it, or it gets short circuited for some reason, then it will give you the impression that the door is closed and everything is safe, but you actually have no idea of the status of the door. So completing the circuit gives the wrong impression, and that's the problem with this typical access control system. And this is called unsupervised lines. What Corbin Russwin did is, okay, in a normal situation like this, what integrators normally do is they'll add end-of-the-line resistors into the system, and oftentimes it's done as an afterthought. What Assa Abloy and Corbin Russwin decided to do was take these end-of-the-line resistors and put them right into the lock body themselves. So let's take a look at how the end-of-the-line resistors resolve the problem we just showed you. So when you have end-of-the-line resistors, the panel is not just putting out current, it's actually putting out a particular voltage. And this is a very simple example. This is not realistic. This is a simple example showing you how it works. So in this example here, the panel is putting out 5 volts, and you have 2 resistors. You have a 3R resistor and you have a 2R resistor. In this first example here, when you have 5 volts going through a 3R resistor, it's telling you that the door is in the open position. Okay, makes sense. When the door is in the closed position, electricity takes the path of least resistance. Since the 2R resistor is less resistance, electricity is going to go through the 2R resistor back to the panel. Okay, so when 5 volts are going through the 2R resistor, now it's telling you that the door is in the closed position. Okay, so that's how it works. Once again, since it's going through the 3R resistor, it's telling you that the door is in the open position once again. So what happens if it gets short-circuited? If it gets short-circuited, now the panel is going to get 5 volts back immediately, and immediately you know you have a problem because you should never be getting 5 volts back. And the other situation is what happens if the wires get cut. Once again, immediately you know you have a problem because now you're getting 0 volts back, and you should always be getting back a voltage or a reading that will specify the door is opened or closed, or it means it's not connected. Okay, so that's how that works. So what Assa Abloy and Corbin Russwin did is take it from inside of the lock body and put it inside of the back of the lock body. So, I'm sorry, take it from above the door and put it inside of the lock body. Okay, so now the end-of-line resistors are located there. Corbin Russwin and Assa Abloy are working with a number of different distributors to incorporate, not distributors, but integrators to incorporate our mortise lock so it can be used with their systems. As of right now, we now offer end-of-line resistors for Mercury and Linnell systems. We also offer them for Software House, and we also offer them for AMAG. Okay, so that would be specified as an RO1, an RO3, and an RO4. And this list will continue to grow as we work with more and more integrators, so our end-of-line resistors will work with their products. When it comes to the electromechanical products, they have a 2-year electromechanical warranty, 10-year mechanical warranty, 2-year electromechanical warranty. Another neat product they've developed in the recently is called the deadbolt privacy function. Basically, a great application where this would be used would be a single stall teacher's bathroom in a school, where basically a teacher would present a card or punch in a code into a keypad or something. Okay, it would unlock the outside lever handle. Once the teacher walked into the bathroom and they extended the deadbolt, it turns off the access control system, so nobody can walk in on them by punching in the correct code or anything. Only when the deadbolt is retracted is the access control system functioning, and you can unlock the lever handle. So it's a great application for this. Normally, this would have to be done if you wanted to do this with a mechanical lock. The only way you could really do it would be with a hotel function. This now allows you to do it electrified. Another neat thing that Corbin Russwin developed is they developed a multifunction lock body. So they basically have one lock body that can be used for 12 different functions. And the way it works is, this is going to be your base lock body, which is going to be an entrance or an office function, which is the ML2054, okay? And the way this works is, so this is the general information. In this area here, they're going to tell you the different functions that you can make and what the type of lock it is and what it's called. Here you're going to find the functions for each of the different functions, each of the 12 different functions. And here you're going to find special instructions. So it's going to tell you how you need to install the hardware on the door, whether it has 1 cylinder, 2 cylinders, whether it has a thumb turn or not. These are the variations you're going to get here. So this is going to tell you how you need to install it on the door. And lastly, in the last column here, they tell you if there's any additional parts that are needed to make this function. So it's always very important to make sure you have any additional parts if they're needed. So these are 3 of the functions, which is an entrance, passage, and an institution or utility. We can also make a public entrance, restroom, intruder function, entrance or office function. We can also make a classroom, a storage, or another storeroom function with no lever on the outside handle. We can also make an exit only function or utility function or a closet function. So 12 different functions with minor alterations. Behavioral health has become a bigger and bigger issue in today's society. So I want to take a few minutes and show you some of the behavioral health products they have. This is the BLSS trim. This is only available in stainless steel. And the neat thing about this is that the lever handles, when they're in the lock position, will rotate freely up 45 degrees. So if someone tried to put a rope around it, it would slide right off it. This is available with the ML2000, and it is ANSI BHMA grade 1, and it's only available in stainless steel, and it does meet ADA requirements. Next is the HSS. This is a behavioral health type knob. And looking at this, hopefully you know this isn't going to meet ADA requirements because it doesn't, but it is ANSI BHMA grade 1, and it is only available in stainless steel. One of the newest designs they have is their paddle trim. This is the HPSK trim. Nice thing about this is push or pull. You can actually get these laser engraved now, or you can get them with paddle markers to identify whether it's push or pull, or you can have it identified with room numbers as they're showing there. This allows for totally hand-free entrance. It is ANSI BHMA grade 1, and it is only available in stainless steel, and it is non-heated. SS trim, once again, grade 1. This has no catch points. This is ADA compliant, only stainless steel, and this is various behavior. Laser engraving on a lot of different products. So a lot of their lever handles, their escutcheons, and their paddles, you can have them laser engraved, custom laser engraving too, which is really nice options. Not many manufacturers do this. When it comes to lever designs, they offer a wide variety of different levers. First, we're going to take a look at the levers they've had for quite some time, which we have the Lustra lever, the Regis, the Citation, and the Newport lever. Then we have the Armstrong and the Dirk, followed by the Essex and the Princeton. And then they realized that functionality isn't everything, and you need to consider what good design is. Let's take a look.
Let's face it, when it comes to commercial
environments, such as office buildings, universities, and healthcare facilities, decorative door hardware has always taken a back seat. Functionality was king, not good design. But think about it. As a design element, door hardware is one of the most intimate points of contact we have with a building. To open a door is to reveal a world that begs for exploration and experience, and presents an opportunity that door hardware shouldn't compromise. But designers and architects have struggled for years to create a harmonious balance of beautiful design and function, to integrate one lever or trim style into different product lines and door openings. That's because traditional door hardware lacks the options and compatibilities they need. So trim has always been piecemealed from various sources. Good news, things are finally changing. For starters, aesthetics are playing a greater role in commercial environments than ever before, and interior designers have greater influence on what's being built. But where can interior designers and architects turn to incorporate their aesthetic vision into every opening without compromising function, safety, security, and budget? Introducing the decorative door hardware collections from Assa Abloy Group brands. What's our secret? We connected 4 world-class brands that make different products for door openings: Corbin Russwin, McKinney, Rockwood, and Sargent, to think together with one mind about that door opening. Now you can have superbly styled door trim available in a broad array of designs and finishes, and each brand has a piece of the puzzle. Rockwood contributes the door pull with matching stops and coat hooks. Corbin Russwin and Sargent provide architectural grade locks with trim that matches the pull. And McKinney steps in with a hinge that pulls the suite together. Pretty cool, right? And it gets better. Our decorative trim is compatible with all our commercial grade mortise and tubular locks, access control devices, and exit devices. So our products not only look beautiful, they're tough. And we mean really tough. They're intended for heavy use and high security, and they far exceed the industry standards for durability and strength. There are dozens of decorative levers to choose from, including exceptionally designed award winners. Want to see less when it comes to hardware on a door? Take a look at roseless trim. Minimal, sleek, and gorgeous. Choose from several architectural finishes, including stainless steel, to complement lighting fixtures, furniture hardware, and other metal components in your beautifully designed interior. Concerned about high-touch surfaces and the transfer of bacteria? No problem. Antimicrobial coating stops bacteria right on the surface of the lever. This is fantastic news for environments where aesthetics are important, but infection control is key, like dorms, healthcare facilities, and restaurants. And yes, our levers meet the codes for the Americans with Disabilities Act.
With all these options ASA Abloy has to offer, why compromise on design when you can choose strong, beautifully matched decorative door hardware that complements any interior? And don't stop with just the door hardware. ASA Abloy provides doors and frames to complement our hardware and your interiors. Beautiful wood and metal doors from our market-leading brands. Adams Wright, Frameworks, Seco Door, Curry's, Security Metal Products, Graham, and Maven offer a myriad of choices in creating your perfectly designed spaces. To learn more about our solutions, we invite you to come by www.thegooddesignstudio.com today. Your total aesthetic door opening solution.
As they mentioned, this is the Inspire Roseless trim that Corbin Russwin offers with their Muso collection. And we're just going to take a quick look at their designer lever series. They have a whole variety of designer lever series. And here's just a quick look at them as we go through them. And all of these are available with mortise locks, tubular locks, and exit devices. And they are all either brass, bronze, or stainless steel. In today's society, indicators are becoming a bigger and bigger issue. So ASA Abloy and Corbin Russwin have developed some new indicators. We're going to take a quick look at it now.
Introducing the new status indicator option for mortise locks.
From ASA Abloy Group brands Corbin Russwin and Sargent. This new offering is compatible with the industry-leading Corbin Russwin ML2000 series and Sargent 8200 series mortise locks. This status indicator has a viewing window 25% larger than industry norms, which clearly shows whether the door is locked or unlocked, occupied or vacant, with text, color, and symbols. With a large window prominently placed for maximum visibility, the status indicator provides instant reassurance and security you can see. The indicator option accommodates many applications within commercial environments, including gender-neutral restrooms, private areas for nursing mothers, and quiet rooms for employee meditation and mindfulness. By informing users that the room is in use before they attempt to enter, the status indicator prevents interruption or awkwardness. Also ideal for classrooms, the status indicator allows for easy confirmation that the door is secured in emergency or lockdown situations. Optional engraving further reinforces which direction to turn the key or thumb turn for locking. The patent-pending curved design allows visibility up to 180 degrees, confirming that the door is locked from any angle. Also, a reflective coating on the indicator window allows for visibility in low light conditions, providing peace of mind that the door is locked and secure. With retrofitting capabilities, you can easily upgrade any current Corbin Russwin or Sargent mortise lock to include the status indicator, minimizing installation time and labor costs. The upgrade utilizes the existing door prep, leaving no exposed holes, and a lock that is long-lasting and secure. The status indicator can also be customized to suit your needs. With custom engraving and a variety of colors, fonts, and icons for the indicator window, you can easily provide added security without limiting design. This new option from Corbin Russwin and Sargent offers a solution for a multitude of applications from classrooms to commercial spaces, giving you security at a glance. For more information on the status indicator, visit CorbinRusswin.com and SargentLock.com.
This is available as sectional trim, as you're seeing here, where it would be used with a rose, or it's also available as a full escutcheon. These are also available for retrofit applications, and one nice thing with the retrofit applications is that Corbin Russwin developed a nice plastic template, so it helps you line up the holes for the new holes that you have to add to the door to mount this, but they did make it quite a bit easier. Keep in mind that Corbin Russwin offers a huge variety of cylinder options. They offer over 19 different cylinder options. Okay, so let's take a look at the Corbin Russwin mechanical lock. This I always thought was interesting. This was taken from the best catalog, and basically this is out of the architectural section. It says both the deadbolt and the latch bolt to extend into the lock case a minimum of 3/8 of an inch when fully extended. On the left-hand side, you have the best lock, and they meet that 3/8 of an inch as required. But if you look at that compared to the Corbin Russwin ML2000, they extend into the case 625 thousandths. So they extend into the case quite a bit more, giving you a lot more engagement. And that makes a big difference during a detention level impact test. So it's a lot of engagement. If you're not aware of it, to be a grade 1 mortise lock, the latch bolt has to extend out of the lock case a full 3/4 of an inch. Corbin Russwin's latch bolts are all metal design, and they have a nice large cross section of 5/16, so it's a very sturdy, strong latch bolt. The Corbin Russwin front is almost a full 1/8 of an inch thick, which makes it very rigid and sturdy. And the other nice feature with Corbin Russwin is they offer multiple, or it doesn't offer, but it comes with multiple springs in the lock body. So on the left-hand side, you're seeing one big spring that's supporting both levers. And then on the right-hand side, you see 2 independent flat springs controlling the levers independently. And the nice thing about this, it gives it a nice, rigid, strong feel. Let's take a look. Very solid. Even when you slow it down, there's no bouncing at all. It's a very rigid lever. And that's because they have nice heavy-duty springs in there, and therefore they're not going to ever sag on you. Also, Corbin Russwin does have an anti-vandal. With the ML2000 with the VR at the end, it does specify their anti-vandal design. One thing nice about this is, I wanted to show you in this picture here, it's double through bolted at the top and at the bottom. So you have 2 screws, one coming in from the inside and the outside for the top and the bottom. So it makes it very, very strong, and you do have to have access to both sides. Everything is stainless steel. It's cast stainless steel lever and escutcheon. So it's a very, very durable product, and it comes with security torque head screws. This is available with the Newport lever, which you see there, or it's also available with the citation lever. And with these products here, it does have a special lever attachment, which makes it even stronger than their standard lever attachment. Next, we're going to do take a look at some testing above and beyond BHMA standards. Okay, then the first test I'm going to show you is a BHMA latch bolt test. In this test here, they're going to test the strength of the latch bolt, and it has to withstand 1,200 pounds of force. Okay, let's see how it does. All right. At this point, we'll take a good look at the video. If you take a good look at the video, you see that the latch bolt is not what broke. It's actually the screw that was holding the bottom screw that was holding the bottom strike on. So we decided to test it again. These results were exceptional, almost 2 times ANSI BHMA grade 1. But we're going to test it again with a solid piece of steel. So we're actually going to test the latch bolt, and we're not just going to test the latch bolt and the strike. So we're going to try it one more time. It has to go at least 1,200, and we eliminated the strike as an issue. Let's see how it goes. Watching the numbers on the right-hand side. When you hear a pause, that means it's going to break the bolt. Over 3,000 pounds. So when the latch bolt was tested, it withstood over 3,000 pounds, which is 2.5 times ANSI BHMA grade 1. Next, we're going to test the deadbolt to see how the deadbolt handles. According to this test, ANSI BHMA test, the deadbolt alone without a latch bolt has to withstand 1,350 pounds of force. Let's see how the Corbin Russwin. Ready? Gone more than 2 times. $3,711 pounds. That's incredible. That's almost 3 times. And Again, that little top there is probably considered a break, but it actually didn't fail. As you can see right there, it's still engaging the door, keeping the door closed. The next test we're going to take a look at is this one is going to test how well the lever handle's put on the door. It's not testing the latch bolt, it's not testing the deadbolt. It's going to see how well the lever handle is attached to the door. According to ANSI BHMA standards for a grade 1 mortise lock, it has to withstand 500 foot-pounds of force. That's pulling force. Let's see how Corbin Russwin does. Holding it, pushes off the center line. I'm ready. £1,929. That's almost 4 times the ANSI BHMA grade 1. These are incredible numbers. 1,929 pounds, and it only has to go 500 pounds. So it's almost 4 times ANSI BHMA grade 1. So 1,900 pounds. And if you look at it, it's the way the lever is designed. The lever design has a very, very secure attachment method, very different than a lot of other manufacturers. So the next test we're going to look at is going to be called the impact test. With the impact test, according to ANSI BHMA standards, you have to be able to withstand, to be a grade 1, you have to be able to do 2 blows of 150 foot-pounds of force plus grade 2 and grade 3. What's a foot-pound? A 1-pound weight being dropped a distance of 1 foot is 1 foot-pound. So this would be like dropping a 150-pound weight 1 foot. Okay, and check this out. According to BHMA standards, you're allowed to put a large piece of styrofoam in between the door and the impactor. And if you think about it, that absorbs a lot of force. That's why at Corbin Russwin and ASSA ABLOY, we test our locks to a much higher standard, which is detention level standards. With detention level standards, this thing weighs 166.5 pounds. It's swung into the door with 200 foot-pounds of force. And to be a level 1, you have to go 600 blows in 60 minutes. That's 1 blow every 6 seconds. And no longer do you have that big piece of styrofoam. You're actually hitting it with 1010 or 1020 cold roll steel, and it's going to be 4 square inches. Let's take a look at this test. So the first test we're going to do is just going to be the latch. 1. That's incredible. The ML2000 went 193 impacts. Don't forget, to be a grade 1 ANSI BHMA lock, you only have to withstand 2 impacts of 150. The ML2000 went 193 impacts of 200 foot-pounds of force and no piece of styrofoam at all. Next, we're going to test the latch bolt and the deadbolt together. Let's take a look. .600 blows is level 1, detention level. Corbin Russwin hit detention level 1 with a latch bolt and deadbolt. That's 600 blows without an entry. Those are incredible numbers. This is an extremely strong lock. According to ANSI BHMA, to be a grade 1 mortise lock, when it comes to cycle testing, you have to be able to go at least 1 million cycles. If you've never seen a cycle test, this is what it looks like. The unique thing about this is that every time the door opens up, there's a 10-pound weight on the other side of the door, representing a door closer on the door or a bind on the door. The Corbin Russwin ML2000 has done this more than 10 million times. And a few more things you should consider is that they don't test just their standard trim. They tested the HPSK to more than 10.4 million cycles on the push side and to more than 9.5 million cycles on the pull side. And the other nice thing is all of this is still being done in Berlin, Connecticut. We're going to open this up to see if we have any questions. And I apologize, I cannot answer raised hands. Okay, so let's see, do we have any more questions? We'll hold it open for a few seconds. If not, that brings us to the end of our presentation, and I'd like to thank you for your time and consideration today. If there are no questions at all, everyone have a great day, stay healthy, and don't forget ASA ABLOY Academy is offering multiple webinars multiple times a day at no cost. Please join us for additional webinars. Thank you, everyone, and have a great day. Bye-bye.